Yeah. But, right, so on to the match of the day that we just watched. Right, so
It was not match of the day, son.
I know you don't want to talk about it, but here we are.
Mm.
All right, so Tottenham lose 2-0 to Leicester
At home.
after a weekend playing away at Liverpool and losing 2-1 and looking like a team that actually would contend for the title, looking like a serious threat to Liverpool. And now in this game, it's completely turned around. And, I mean, it doesn't look like they're a contender, in my opinion, based on this performance.
Based on this performance, no. The way that they set up with Lo Celso and Ndombele playing like a 4-4-2 formation, it's just weird. I don't understand why. I mean, I get the desire to play with Lo Celso and Ndombele together in the midfield, but I don't know why you then sacrifice Bergwijn now. I understand he didn't have the best of games last weekend, missing what could have been a goal to either win or draw that match. But to now drop him and to now change formation against a team that I think you didn't have to change much. I think last season, I think it was the final day of the season last season when Leicester came to Tottenham, and Tottenham walked all over them.
If you ask me,
3-1, 3-0, can't remember what it was.
Leicester did to Tottenham what Tottenham has been doing to everyone this season. Leicester gave Tottenham the ball and just said play.
Yeah.
And basically did exactly that. They played on the counter. They scored one of the goals from Vardy, the second goal, on a counter.
Goal,
yes, it was an own goal, but it was still on the counter, and it was the exact same game plan. They basically defended the whole time. Tottenham had all the possession. Yeah. Basically no chances that were created in the second half.
Pretty much, I mean, basically, Brendan Rodgers out
Mourinho. Exactly. He pulled a Mourinho.
I think, look, if you break down, let's start with the second goal. Kind of on the counter-attack, allowed to run into space, get the cross off. Good header by Vardy. You have
really
to
good header
for getting up and actually getting to the ball. Unfortunate how it bounced off Alderweireld in, but and then this is where it now ties into the first goal with the culprit for both goals in Serge Aurier. Second goal, not tracking back, leaving Sissoko now, who's not a natural defender, to now mark one of the informed strikers in the league. That's sacrilege for me, and it doesn't matter if you're up on attack, you need to get back.
Yes.
You can't win a title by being, I was up on an attack, I was waiting to get a ball to cross it in, but no, now we conceded. It's not good enough for me. And then the first one, just unnecessary penalty.
Honestly,
why?
And the timing is probably the worst time.
Yes.
It is the worst time in the half to concede the penalty, literally on the break.
Yeah,
it is a penalty, and then you go to the changing room. So,
especially a penalty like that. What are you trying to save? What are you trying to achieve by literally just shoulder charging?
It wasn't. I don't even consider that a shoulder charge. That was a brute force tackle, a complete wipeout. I mean, he doesn't look where he's going.
No.
He completely puts his head. He literally puts his head down and braces himself with his shoulders ready to bump the guy off. But he doesn't look to see where he's going to hit the guy. I don't get that. So he completely wipes the guy off the ball. It's not a fair tackle in any way. And I think arguably, even if it was a shoulder charge, it would have been too heavy.
100%.
It was just a wipeout. So a very strange tackle to make at this level. Very not good enough.
Backs towards the goal. There's no threat there. Ball is not.
He's on the edge of the box. He's facing away from the goalie, right? So
there's no need to make a tackle like that. Just shimmy out, or at least wait until he's outside the box. Then go for him.
Let him know. Put your hand on his back. That's it.
I think that.
Look, this is where I was saying that we're not seeing enough of Doherty, because we've seen Aurier start pretty much all of the games so far, or at least the last 6-7 games have been a straight start for Aurier, and some games he's played well.
Yes.
We can say that, sure, but I'm not convinced that this is someone who's at the top of their game, and we know that it's not like he is the absolute best right back at Tottenham. He is being picked over Doherty, and that maybe just might be a preference. But I don't think we're getting a chance to see him, and maybe he can actually prove himself.
I think defensively, I would think Doherty is a lot more reliable. I understand he's given away 2 penalties for handballs, but handball penalties nowadays are so tough.
Yeah.
So I think Aurier is getting the game time because he's been playing well. So based on his form, he's keeping Doherty out. But I don't know if he's just tired now, or if he's not coming out of form, or what the case may be. But I'd be, because obviously now Tottenham play Stoke in the League Cup now midweek. I'd be very surprised if Aurier starts, or if he does, then if he starts the following Premier League game.
One of the two.
I think Doherty should play both. Play this one, get your match fitness back, get your legs going, and then you come in hard for the Premier League game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I think most Spurs fans will agree with me that Aurier was a big liability today, which is a disappointment considering how well he has played. People were commending him on, he's improved his game a lot, whereas today, both going forward and back, his crossing into the box today was shocking.
Yeah.
Kind of relapsing into the Aurier of old, who was just making silly mistakes all the time.
Yeah.
So I personally hope I see Doherty in the next lineup.
Same, yeah. Yeah, so that was honestly probably the biggest factor of the game, because that penalty completely shifted everything. And once Leicester had that goal, you could see they went into a defensive mindset. That was clearly part of the game plan. They sat back, let Vardy go on the counter.
Not to mention they had a goal disallowed right at the start of the second half. Madison slotted in, but he was offside.
Yes.
So...
Yeah, exactly. Because then they also had the other chance where they had about 3 or 4 shots in a row with Madison, and everybody can get a shot here.
Yeah,
take a chance.
Yeah.
So
you get a shot. You get a shot. You all get a shot.
Yeah. So that it was quite disappointing and confusing. I think at most.
Confusing is a good way to describe the way Tottenham are playing at the moment.
Yeah, and
how you go from being title contenders to now, what are you doing?
Because
it makes no sense.
I'll tell you how you look like you're a consistent team. You win, and then you win 7-0.
Yeah.
That's how you look consistent.
Yes. That is consistency. That is, we are a good team.
If anything, Liverpool right now look undoubtedly, no question, and maybe it's kind of obvious, but they are the best team in the league.
100%.
There's no second place that comes close to them right now.
I mean, they're back to playing the football that they were playing last season.
Yeah.
So no one could catch them then. I mean, obviously now gap between Liverpool and Tottenham is 6 points now, but there's other clubs who are now moving up.
Yeah, other clubs can.
United can now move up there as well. So it's a very interesting title race. But I do agree with you. No one looks close to coming near Liverpool. Not even City.
Nope. No.
No. This is Liverpool's title chase to lose.
Yeah, pretty much. But I have the faith that I think we might see another runaway, to be honest. At this point, it looks like
I don't think it'll be a runaway. Well, certainly not to the extent of last season. Will Liverpool dominate the league? I think so. It's going to take something special from the other teams, though, to make sure that it doesn't become a replay of last season. But if there's any team who can do it in the English league, it's Liverpool.
Yes,
they can.
I just don't see any other team winning consistently and dominating as much as Liverpool.
No.
So it's difficult to picture someone really contending with Liverpool.
Yes.
In that sense, but so that was the Tottenham game. Oh. Very disappointing, and we'd like to see them go back to the contending, exciting,
the football that was working.
Yeah, pretty much. Granted, Leicester's a good team, so I'm going to give them credit, and they played well. Team. This is not something that takes away from them. They played well, and they took their opportunities.
Yes.
So kudos to them, and I'm also excited to see them continue playing well, because we were saying that if they're a team that plays well and they're confident, they can be a serious threat.
No, they can slice open any defense on their day.
So